Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the company The Ordinary because they make some pretty extraordinary skincare products for a really affordable price. So I bought quite a few items from them a while ago and I've pretty much used every single thing at one point in my skincare routine, and I've used it enough times now to have a really good idea of what I like or what I don't like, or just my overall thoughts. And I know a lot of people tend to have questions when it comes to skincare, comparing higher end products to more affordable skincare options, because maybe you think, oh, my $100 serum with these actives is gonna be way better and perform way better on my skin and do much more for me than my $5 alternative. Yeah. So I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the products that I got, explain pretty much what these active ingredients are going to do for your skin, and that's going to be it. The first product I want to talk about is actually under their more molecule section, and that is this amazing niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. So this is a high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. This one retails for $5.90, which is amazing. I love that. The pH range is between a 5.5 to 6.5, so it's a little bit more alkaline. It contains water, obviously, in this formula, but it is alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. Oh my gosh, it checks all the boxes. Niacinamide actually is one of my most beloved active skincare ingredients when it comes to whatever I apply on my skin. So if you didn't know, niacinamide is actually vitamin B3, so it's a water-soluble vitamin, and it's fantastic for your skin, whether you're oily, dry, combo, sensitive, mature skin, young skin, all skin, great skin. It's amazing. Niacinamide is fantastic because it can work to visibly improve the appearance of, like enlarged pores on the skin. It overall can help with an uneven skin tone. It can help to diminish the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, like dullness in the skin. It's also anti-inflammatory, which is fantastic for people with inflammatory skin conditions. If you have rosacea, incorporating niacinamide into your skincare routine can be pretty beneficial for you. Niacinamide is also pretty stable in the presence of heat and light, so it's going to do really well. I think that's why they didn't bother putting this in that UV protected packaging. It doesn't need it. Niacinamide can also mitigate damage to the skin that can be caused by environmental factors and aggressors. So I mean, overall it's pretty outstanding. And then we have 1% zinc. Zinc is great for fighting acne. There's also been a lot of evidence to show that it can be a really great soothing agent. This is definitely not the kind of product though that you would use to treat or cure cystic acne or just really persistent acne though. On their website it says to apply this product to your entire face morning and evening before you have your cream, so pretty much treat it like a serum. You'd apply it before you actually apply your moisturizer. I know from reviews online, a lot of people were saying they had issues with this bunching up and peeling off of their skin when they were trying to apply makeup or something over top of it. Personally, I've never had that issue with this. The only thing that tends to peel off of me is if I use specific sunblocks and moisturizers that have a higher SPF, but that's the only thing that tends to bunch up and get that eraser dust kind of peeling thing happening. I don't have that issue with this personally, but I'm not applying a whole ton, and I really don't wear liquid foundation or liquid makeup anymore, so I think it could be just the motion of maybe rubbing it into the skin. That friction can cause this to kind of bunch up. But I mean, because I only wear powder, I don't have an issue with this, and it's never done that on my skin, so I really like it, and I don't have that problem. But if you do, I guess maybe sticking to either using less of this or just using it at night, and I think you'll be good to go. So the next product we have here is under their antioxidants, and that is Resveratrol 3% and Ferulic Acid 3%. This is going to be $7.90. OMG, amazing. It is a water-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, and vegan formula, which is fantastic. Because this formula does not contain any water, it does have the consistency of a dry oil if you've ever used one of those. A lot of people tend to use dry oils in their hair. I know that's the only time I've ever used a dry oil, and it's kind of that similar feeling. So it doesn't stay like really sticky and really greasy on the skin. It kind of absorbs pretty quickly. But I am an oilier skin type. I mean, well, no, I have extremely oily skin. So this on me, it doesn't absorb quite as fast as it would on someone who is a bit drier and their skin will just drink it up. It does kind of like linger on my skin for a little bit, but I mean, whatever, I don't care. It's great and I'll use it anyways. So ferulic acid is plant-based, and that's going to be a phenolic antioxidant that obviously it's going to act as an antioxidant and provide those benefits for the skin. That means it's going to help defend your skin and protect your skin against environmental damage and those environmental aggressors. But it can also enhance the stability of topical applications of vitamins C and E. So it's fantastic. And then we have resveratrol. That's going to be 3% in this formula. It is a natural phenol found in a lot of plants. So you can find that in the skin of grapes, blueberries, raspberries, and a couple other things. In those plants, it's produced as a response to injury, overexposure to like UV radiation, infection. As effective antioxidants do, resveratrol can be a free radical scavenger, and it can also just prevent their formation in the first place. So it's, I mean, fantastic for anti-aging purposes. On their website, it says to apply alone or after water-based serums, before oils or heavier creams, alternatively mix with other treatments to enhance their antioxidant capacity significantly. Water can impair the stability of any antioxidant, so this formula does not contain any water, silicones, oils, or alcohol. So for the products on their website that they say this, that water can impair the stability of it, I personally will not use any of my water-based products, so water-based moisturizer or another serum or something. I will just kind of use this and then put an oil over top. Now, that's not the best thing to do for your skin, which is why I don't use these as often, because just putting an oil over top of it, that's really not that occlusive. So you're probably gonna lose a lot of that water from the layers of your skin, and your skin's probably gonna feel drier, maybe more dehydrated to the touch. But I don't do it that often. Personally, my skin is so sensitive, so if I do take the chance and I put my moisturizer or something over top, I can tend to break out or just become really red and irritated from doing that. So I just want to avoid that at all costs. So that's just what I do, but you know, obviously do whatever works for you. You can also dilute these with other products that you have, so don't worry about if something's too strong. You could definitely get away with diluting it a little bit and then applying that and see how your skin tolerates it, and then, you know, obviously build up your tolerance over time before you can just go on straight with this onto the skin. So we're going to move into their direct acids now. Let's start with the Mandelic acid actually. So this one is just Mandelic acid 10% plus HA, which is just hyaluronic acid. This one is going to be $6.80. It has a pH range of 3.5 to 3.7. Obviously, it's going to be more acidic. This formula does contain water, but it is alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. Mandelic acid, for those of you who don't know, it is an alpha hydroxy acid, an AHA, but it is a little bit more tolerable than like your glycolic acid or some of the other AHAs on the market. Now, that is because of its molecular weight. So mandelic acid is actually 2 times heavier than glycolic acid. So what that means is that mandelic acid, or just acids that have that higher molecular weight, they are going to penetrate the skin more slowly. That can mean a lot less irritation for a lot of people. This one I would say is pretty suitable for most, if not all, skin types. I'm really sensitive and I have no problem just applying this directly to the skin, but I have used another mandelic acid that was also 10% in the past, and I didn't have an issue with that one, so I think my skin is pretty tolerant of this. The website does recommend that you apply this once per day, ideally in the afternoon or PM. Yes, I agree with that. I only ever use mandelic acid at night. I never use it in the daytime. Why would I do that to myself? So yeah, only use it in the evening and you're gonna be good to go. The next product we have is gonna be the AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. This is meant to be a 10-minute exfoliating facial with a pH. On here it says the pH is 3.6. This one retails for $7.20, and on the website it says the pH actually ranges from 3.5 to 3.7, so that's pretty acidic, but totally safe. This formula does contain water, but it is alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, And cruelty-free. Wonderful. Great. The AHA, it's AHA 30%, and the AHA components of this: glycolic, lactic, tartaric, and citric acid. So I'll just go down like the list really quickly and I'll explain really briefly what all of those acids are. Glycolic acid is actually one of the most researched, and it's one of the most effective AHAs on the market. Glycolic acid can just help shed your dead skin and visibly soften the appearance of damage caused by the sun. Then we have lactic acid, which is usually extracted from milk, but this product is vegan, so I'm guessing that this, well, I'm not guessing, it definitely has to be a synthetic form of lactic acid, which is actually the most common form used in most of like your cosmetics and skincare. Lactic acid is going to help with overall like an uneven skin tone, and basically what it does is it kind of goes down and eats away at the material that holds your cells together. So it'll kind of go in there, eat all that away from your dead skin, and then that kind of will just naturally shut off and you won't have that peeling. So you're not going to get like an actual peeling and sloughing off of the dead skin with this product, and if that's what you're looking for, you need to go see your dermatologist or your esthetician girl, get something a little bit stronger. And then we have tartaric acid in here. It is a naturally occurring acid found in a lot of plants. You can find it in grapes and tamarinds. Oh my gosh, I love tamarind. But yeah, that's just going to contain a lot of antioxidant properties. Then onto citric acid, which you'll find in here. You're going to find that primarily obviously in your citrus fruits, and that tends to be used in a lot of formulas to adjust the pH of a product, basically so that it doesn't lean towards being more alkaline. But in a high enough concentration, it can still exfoliate the skin. That just tends to be a little bit more irritating, so I would be a little mindful of using just like a really strong like citric acid peel or product that can just cause a lot of irritation. So yeah, moving on, we do have BHA 2% in here. BHA beta hydroxy acid or salicylic acid, which is oil soluble. So not only is that great for gently kind of exfoliating the skin, salicylic acid is also great because it is able to penetrate that follicle lining, and it is able to break down all the dirt and debris and excess sebum, whatever is trapped in there, and really clean out that follicle. So obviously that's gonna end up leading to less breakouts, less blackheads, whiteheads on the surface of the skin. So that's fantastic as well. They recommend to clean your face, wait for your skin to dry. Do not use this product on wet skin. Apply evenly across the face and neck using your fingertips, and then leave it on for no more than 10 minutes and rinse with lukewarm water. When I use this, it does tingle a little bit, but that's actually totally normal, and it should calm down within a couple seconds, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how sensitive you are. But I did not have any burning sensation. If you do experience that, immediately wash it off with your lukewarm water and just get it all off until that tingling goes away. Just keep washing and rinsing the face until it goes away. Do not rub the skin with a wet towel. Do not massage it in. Just use your fingertips and just wash that off. And then we're moving on to the Alpha Lipoic Acid 5%. This is supposed to be a concentrated serum to brighten and target signs of aging. This one retails for $6.80, and it is going to be a water-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty formula. Now, alpha lipoic acid, it's under their direct acids, but it's also an antioxidant. So you're gonna see that labeled on the website twice. It's not two different products, it's the same thing. Alpha lipoic acid, which can also be called thioctic acid, is an enzyme, and when applied to the skin topically, it can be a wonderful antioxidant. Taken internally, alpha lipoic acid is also a water and fat soluble antioxidant, and it can regenerate other antioxidants like vitamin C and E in the body, but it is extremely vulnerable to degradation when exposed to the sunlight, which is why they have a lot of this like UV protected packaging. These components are, I think, really great and really smart. Higher concentrations, like 5%, believe it or not, if that is considered a little high, 5% or greater can cause some minor burning and stinging. So do keep that in mind when using this. And of course, again, this is another product that can be diluted, so definitely mess around with it and see what works for you and how your skin can tolerate this. The website recommends applying 2 to 3 drops over your entire face, a maximum of 2 to 3 times per week. Now moving on to my favorite, vitamin C realm, we are going to start with the ascorbic acid 8% plus alpha arbutin 2%. Now this one does retail for $10, which I think is fantastic. A water-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free formula. Again, ascorbic acid also can be called L-ascorbic acid. That is going to be your pure vitamin C, and the reason that this has to be in a water-free formula is because those oxygen molecules can actually work to break down the product. It also makes it highly unstable, obviously. So what that means is, I mean, one, the product can just kind of be rendered useless once it becomes oxidized. But besides that, in formulas where you have ascorbic acid and water mixing, it's so unstable that can really irritate the skin. I have personally gotten cystic breakouts and horrible rashes from using formulations that contained L-ascorbic acid but in a water-based formula. So I learned my lesson from that, and this was just me test patching it too, just to see. I don't want any part of that. Thank you so much. So L-ascorbic acid, or ascorbic acid, not to be confused with its derivatives, which are the most popular ones I see: magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, sodium ascorbyl phosphate, and just ascorbyl palmitate in general, which is becoming more and more popular now. All of those besides the ascorbyl palmitate are going to be water soluble, whereas ascorbyl palmitate is fat soluble instead. But all three of those are usually a lot more stable than using L-ascorbic acid in your formula. They're not going to work as well as the real deal. I mean, if you want to get technical, it has to do an extra step to convert and da 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 da. What is it great for? It's a great brightening agent. It's fantastic for kind of lightening up hyperpigmentation or just an uneven skin tone. I am so OCD, like when I use this and I use the other vitamin C product that I have, I will literally open it, put the drops on my hand, and then close this super tight right away. I don't let this just sit open because I'm so OCD that, like, oh my gosh, the air is just gonna get trapped in there and then it's gonna start breaking it down. So yeah, if you see that your vitamin C, no matter what brand that you have, if it's turning like a yellowish color, like a rusty color, or kind of orangish, stop using it, girl. She's oxidized. Do not use it. She ain't effective no more. Just don't even mess with it. Alpha Arbutin is going to be great, again, for reducing hyperpigmentation, and I mean, working in tandem with the ascorbic acid, that's just going to work to give you just an even skin tone, a brighter complexion overall. So yeah, that's great. The website recommends to apply a few drops to the face in the AM and PM, and then use sun protection in the morning if you're using it. Personally, I don't like to use a lot of my vitamin C products during the daytime. I mean, just the slightest exposure to the sunlight is gonna render it useless, so I don't even bother wasting my product. I'll just use it at night and then go to sleep. Night night. This is another one of those where I do not mix it with any water-based products, so that's why I don't use it as often. The next product that we have is going to be the Ethylated Ascorbic Acid 15% solution, and it says it's an exceptionally stable, direct-acting form of vitamin C. So this product actually is the most expensive one that I purchased, and it goes for $18. It is going to be a water-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free formula. So I'm going to read directly off of the website what it claims that this product is, and then I'll just explain a little bit what that actually means, because I know a lot of people get confused because they see, okay, it's ascorbic acid, okay, but this one's 15%. Oh, and the one that you just talked about, that's ascorbic acid 8% with alpha arbutin 2%. Okay, like, isn't that the same thing though? One's $10 and one's 18. Well, not really. They are different, but you're right in the sense that it's ascorbic acid still in both products. So let's just read what the website says. It says, this ethylated form of ascorbic acid acts directly like vitamin C, is closer in molecular weight to actual vitamin C, which allows for faster visible results and offers a much better stability profile than any known direct acting form of vitamin C. So girl, what does that mean? Do you feel like that explained anything? Like, what does that mean? What does ethylated mean? Why does that make it more stable? When they say ethylated ascorbic acid, ethylated meaning having introduced the ethyl group derived from ethane into a compound, in this case it's ascorbic acid, which in turn offers a higher stability for the formulation because the ethyl group forms an ether with the carbon 3 hydroxy group of the ascorbic acid. The ether group, for those of you who don't know, that just means an oxygen atom connected to two alkyl or aryl groups, and this makes the formulation less reactive because you're substituting a reactive hydroxyl group with a relatively less reactive ethyl group, and at the same time you're increasing that intermolecular stability through increased hyperconjugation. So it's definitely going to make for a more stable formula. So for those of you who are more sensitive when it comes to trying vitamin C's or ascorbic acid specifically, this could be a really, really good option for you. It is going to be more stable than the previous ascorbic acid. Definitely worth giving it a try if you do have or you are prone to sensitivity with vitamin C's. Does that make sense? I hope it did. The website recommends that you apply a few drops to your face in the morning and nighttime. Same thing like the other one. Obviously apply SPF if you're going to use it in the daytime. Great, love it, keep it moving. Now we're moving on to the hydrators and the oils. So we're gonna start off with this 100% organic cold pressed rosehip seed oil. So I love cold pressed oils, oh my gosh. This one here retails for $9.80 and it's gonna be water-free, alcohol-free. Obviously it's not oil-free because it is an oil. Silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, cruelty-free formula. So for those of you who don't know, cold pressed, what does that mean? Cold pressed preserves all of the quality components of a substance, which they're often lost or degraded when heat is involved in the extraction process. So if you want to be able to reap 100% of the benefits of the product that you're using and those particular ingredients, having it be a cold pressed option is going to be the best for you and your skin. A rosehip seed oil is going to be a non-fragrant emollient plant oil that has a lot of antioxidant properties and is a rich source of fatty acid, and has also been shown to reduce signs of photoaging. It's also amazing for those who have super dry or really dehydrated skin. Apply it over top of your moisturizer and it's going to be amazing. So the website recommends that you apply this once a day to the face, ideally at bedtime after application of water-based treatments, which yeah, I totally agree with that. Do that. Do what they said. The next product that we have is going to be the 100% organic virgin Sea-Buckthorn fruit oil. And this one retails, it's a little bit pricey. It retails for $14.90. It's going to be obviously containing oil in this formula, but it's going to be water-free, alcohol-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. So Sea-Buckthorn actually comes from a berry. It's a Sea-Buckthorn berry that it's like this little shrub, this little bush, and it contains malic and acetic acids. It also has flavonoids, fatty acids like palmitic, stearic, oleic, linoleic acid, and it's a rich source of vitamin C. Now, The Ordinary claims that, let me read this here so I don't mess it up, that this oil contains rare palmitoleic acid or omega-7, carotenoids, and lycopene, all of which are going to help protect the skin from free radical damage and supposed to maintain normal barrier function. So, I mean, overall, it seems like a dream. They recommend to mix a few drops with other treatments in the palm of your hand and apply to the face, ideally at bedtime after application of water-based treatments. Wash your hands after application and avoid product contact with fabric as it may stain. Yeah, this definitely can stain, so I'll be really careful. And I won't wear this on a night where I know I feel like I'm gonna toss and turn or something. I literally will try to sleep as straight as possible or put like a towel or an old shirt or something on my pillow because I have white pillowcases and I do not want that stained. So yeah. And then the last product that we have is going to be this 100% plant-derived squalane. So this one retails for $7.90 and it is a water-free, alcohol-free, oil-free, silicone-free, nut-free, vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free formula. Not to be confused with squalene. Squalane, or however you choose to pronounce it, I say squalane, is actually a hydrocarbon derived by hydrogenation of squalene, and it's a totally natural component that you can find in, you know, your sebum. It's more of a moisturizing ingredient and it is a good source of replenishing those fatty acids and antioxidants in our skin. So overall, this one is really good. The Ordinary recommends that you apply a few drops daily or as needed to the entire face, ideally after water-based treatments. Again, I agree with that, and that's it. Those were pretty much all of the products that I got from The Ordinary, and I'm really happy with pretty much everything. It's probably gonna take me a really long time to get through every single thing that I got, obviously because I have oily skin and I don't use oils as often as, say, I'll use like the niacinamide and stuff like that. So it's gonna take me a really long time to get through this, and I'll probably just end up using it in my hair and stuff. But I'm actually really pleasantly surprised and I'm really happy with the performance and the quality of everything that I purchased. I definitely would recommend a lot of their products to people, to you guys, to whoever. Obviously, I chose to kind of stick with more of the science-based ingredients for the most part, instead of the pseudoscience like AHA this and that, my foot. But I'm actually really happy with everything, and I mean, I think it's really commendable that they are able to just take all the BS out of it. You know, you're getting this active ingredient, that's what you're paying for. We're not upcharging you for it. You're getting some really simple, sleek packaging, which I love their packaging. I think it's pretty good. Really simple, really clean, not over the top, and it's just straight to the point. And I also really love that on their website they have so much information readily available. And I think they do a really good job actually of explaining each ingredient and explaining how to use a product, explaining the benefits of it and how it compares to the other products in that catalog that they may have that may do something similar, explaining how they're different, how to use them together, or how to use them so that they work the best for you. I think they do a really good job overall with explaining and providing enough information for their consumer, which is incredible. I'm just really happy. I'm really happy with my purchase, and I'm really happy with this company. I stand. For anybody saying that, oh, because something is only $5 or because it's only $10 or because it's less than 20, less than 100, less than $500, oh, it's not gonna work because it's not good. It's not good quality. Not really, no girl, no Felicia. Yes, you can go ahead by all means and spend more money on what you perceive as a higher quality or higher performing ingredient or product, but why do that when you have an alternative that works just as well, if not better than a lot of the products that you already have, but costs only a fraction of the price? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why, what, is that even a trade-off? Like, what is that? Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my other skincare posts and videos. I'll have links to like my blog and all that stuff down below. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Besitos.